These 6 young people are from the township of Orange Farm, about 45 kilometers from the city of Johannesburg. All 6 of them, despite their determination, their eagerness and their intellect, have had a long and difficult road in trying to find employment.
It's been 6 years without a job, and it's been really tough, you know. It's been really tough every day, just waking up, seeing people go to work, and you're just asking yourself, when will it be my turn to go to work and a salary?
I studied marketing management, and due to financial constraints I had to drop out of school. So thereafter I was job searching, got piece jobs there and there. And after that, you know, it was a bit frustrating.
Unemployment was basically sitting at home, doing nothing the whole day. Getting a job, I worked at Foshini, which I applied through going to a mall and sending out my CVs. Although it was temporary and the money was peanuts, but when you're not doing anything, every cent counts.
I went to varsity, and last year I couldn't go back. It was supposed to be my last year, but due to financial difficulties I couldn't go back. So that's when I applied to Harambee. But before that it was just tough, you know, just getting to apply for a job online, you know, searching for a job. You don't know which one is the right one, which one is a scam. But then eventually that's when I heard from a friend that I have to apply to Harambee, and that's when I got this opportunity.
Growing up and living in a landlocked city, a career in the maritime industry was the last thing on their minds. But the city of Johannesburg's Vulindlel'eJozi youth program and Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator put forward an opportunity that opened doors these youth never thought possible.
I'm from Johannesburg. There's no seas in Johannesburg. The only river is the Vaal River. So I didn't even think of the sea or getting on a cruise ship anytime soon.
I went all out Googling. I Googled in our group, I will take pictures. That's when I started to see there are lots of opportunities. That's when I came across the security in the ship. So after I knew there are lots of opportunities in there, I started to go all out, like if I want to grow in that industry, what else should I do? What other skills should I gain?
I got a call from them telling me that there is an opportunity, but at first, do I know how to swim? So obviously I didn't know how to swim. No, I said, no, I can't swim. They said, so do you want to try and swim? I said yes, because it's a job related, then I will do it.
Firstly, to say that we should congratulate the candidates, of course, for their achievement. I think it's a great achievement, the fact that not only did you take it upon yourselves from the narration of your own experiences to take the initiative to try and get into an opportunity, and the amount of effort that you've taken in your own real life experiences of applying for different jobs, looking for different opportunities and not being able to gain access to these opportunities. And that's really the reason we, as the city of Johannesburg, identified Harambee as a partner to the city, because as we continue to try and find solutions to the complex set of challenges that we deal with on a daily basis, it's important that we identify the appropriate partners that we can engage with.
Harambee was established in 2011 with the goal of placing 10,000 first-time work seekers into formal jobs by the end of 2014. Achieving this milestone, the organization then set even more ambitious targets, of which the Maritime Initiative is a highlight.
I think it's a highlight because it's showcasing a number of different things. It's dealing with a very real challenge that we have in Orange Farm around geographic isolation and a lack of economic opportunity for young people within that particular geography of Johannesburg. We are essentially taking geography out the picture. We're saying when we transport somebody to the coast, that will be the only transport that we have to worry about. The second reason this initiative is very exciting is because we want to showcase to other young people that you don't have to live close to the sea to be able to derive your living or make a living from being at the sea or in some way connected to the sea. And this particular initiative will do that. The third reason it's an exciting initiative is because it's such a compelling case study of taking somebody who's never worked before and then really showing them the world on an international cruise liner. I mean, our 6 young candidates will be able to see places they could have never dreamed of seeing, and at the same time they're going to get great work experience. They're going to come back to their home country, and hopefully they're going to apply that elsewhere in industry.
In 2014, South African President Jacob Zuma launched Operation Pakeeza, designed to quickly alleviate unemployment in line with the National Development Plan 2030. The first implementation of the program focused on unlocking the economic potential of the country's oceans.
In Operation Pakeeza, there's a need to create employment at various levels. Operation Pakeeza wants to employ 30 to 50,000 people in the maritime sector by 2019. And so this program helps us achieve 2 goals. One is the employment directly, and then 2 is to raise awareness of maritime as a career in people in communities that would never have considered maritime. And so this partnership with Joburg is ideal in that it is targeting people from Orange Farm, making them aware of maritime and giving them the opportunities to travel the world and work in the maritime space. There was no call to action, so we didn't have a media campaign that went out to invite people to register. We went into the Harambee database and we chose people within that database that met our criteria: 18 to 25, matric, English conversant, no criminal record, etc. So that narrowed the pool, and we ended up with 80 candidates to start with, potential candidates to start with. And so that got whittled down to about 40 after the health, as Harambee has said, after the health section. And after interviews, we came down to about 10 after the first round of interviews. And now we've got 6 that are going. Now, the number might sound small, but I think it's because these are trailblazers. We are starting something new.
Developing skills for the maritime industry in Johannesburg certainly proved challenging for both the organizers and the young recruits.
The most challenging part about the course was the medical first aid, especially CPR, because we had to do it right, and I kept on doing it wrong, and I even got blisters here with the doll we were using.
Challenges is, I think, being, at home and not doing anything. You used to like waking up at 10, so now you have to wake up early because we had to be there in the morning, and transport has to take us to Boxback, which is far, and we have to wake up and learning how to swim most of the time. It was very difficult because we never swam before.
Yeah, it was through the swimming that I felt like, I have to quit now. I just cannot swim. But then I have a 1-year-old son, and he, the thought of him just made me want to do this more.
Stepping out of your comfort zone, and that was very challenging, is swimming. Swimming was a big problem because really we know nothing about swimming, and especially when they will say you will have to float and relax on top of the water. So it was like hard to us. They will tell us, no, just relax and be free. You won't drown. But to us it was really, really difficult.
Sitting at home, I'm not used to waking up early and that sort of stuff, So I had to wake up really early, prepare myself, go to do the courses, and actually, I've been out of school for 6 years now. I matriculated in 2009, so going back to that and starting to learn again, taking notes, conducting myself, studying for tests, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was really interesting.
The value chain is probably made up of 4. One is the recruitment, the identification and recruitment of the guys in our target segment, which Harambee has taken care of very well. I think that was great. Then you've got the real challenge of having them certified to work at sea. Now, in Joburg, you don't have service providers really readily available to do the work, to train these candidates. And so we had to form a new partnership with a company called Paradoc. And there's other people in our database as SAMSA who are accredited in the coastal areas that we have to then engage and see how they get here. So that was one of the first challenges that we had to find. Number 2 was the real challenge of getting our candidates to swim. If you're going to work in a cruise line as staff, you effectively also become the first line of defense should something happen. And so we needed to get them to swim. Number 3, you've got candidates that are coming from various backgrounds. It's largely poverty. And so you had to change the mindset. Number 1, the ocean is something that's foreign, so you've got to change the mindset around the oceans as an opportunity. Number 2, the ability to live with other people, with strange people, people that you don't understand, you can't hear their language. Those are the things that they'll have to overcome themselves as well. We try to prepare them as best we can to get that. And number 4, it's convincing the employer that these candidates will crack it in that environment. And so it becomes very important that these 6 candidates are adequately prepared. They are our ambassadors, and they are representing not just themselves and their families, but the 8,000 opportunities that we are targeting.
Emerging triumphant over the challenges, these 6 young ladies and men are now set for a prosperous career and the opportunity to inspire and influence other young people in their communities.
Just be patient, just keep searching for the job, you know, even though it's hard, but eventually something's going to come up and it's going to be something great.
Let's not give up in life. Everything has its time and we're not destined for the same thing. As the youth, we tend to pursue things that are not meant for us, and then only at a later stage we find out that things were not meant for us. But we should always encourage ourselves.
One thing I've learned in this program is that patience, it's something most of us young people, we don't have. There was like 40-something of us, and now there's only 6 of us. Patience is important, having faith is important, and also believing in yourself.